What is going on, everyone? It's your boy, Capital J. Cap J, Cap Kicks, Cap, all that good stuff. And my lovely host, L.
Just L.
Just L. It's the Cap and L podcast. We are back.
We are
Back with another one. How you doing?
I'm surviving.
How was your week?
It was a good week because my doctor gave me the clearance to get off of work early. Not early, but he was like, legally, you're allowed to have 4 weeks before your due date. And I was going to push it up to the week before my due date. He's like, so you can go on maternity leave now. And I was like,
Bet. Say less.
okay, say less. I didn't want to leave my job high and dry, you know.
No, for sure.
I'm more responsible than that.
I think a week notice is good enough.
Well, I mean,
you're
they
pregnant.
knew I was going on maternity leave coming up, but I
shit.
just told them.
My bad.
Oh, you wanted to take the zero?
My bad. I totally forgot I had that on. It's like my headphones. I got that little line in. It's all good.
So yeah, my doctor was like, "You could be off like today, legally," and I was just like, "It's Friday. I have a bunch of work sitting in my inbox. I should probably
Finish that up.
and give my job a heads up." And I got back from my doctor's appointment on my lunch break and emailed HR, and I was like, "Here's my new doctor's note."
Yo, the doctor said per the doctor.
Yeah.
Right?
Lynette has been advised
By my physician.
to start disability ASAP. But so yeah, Thursday's my last day.
That's awesome. That's good. Thursday?
Yeah, I took Friday off.
Oh, dang. You're doing it big.
He said to start the disability on the 3rd. So I have to, my last day of school has to be, my last day of work has to be
on the 3rd.
On the day before.
Gotcha.
So.
Man, that's tight. That's good. At least you're not rushing.
Well, that's what I was starting to think about because I was just like, there's just little things that I want to get done, you know, like just to prep for baby.
Right.
Like, we have most of everything we need. So there's just like, you know, small little house projects, like rearranging projects.
Right.
So I was like, I'd rather have like a couple weeks before.
Yeah, instead of getting everything all rushed.
Weekend before.
Because your plans were to, baby's on the 21st, so your plan was to end work that Friday.
Yeah, the 17th.
So you were only going to have that weekend to really
reevaluate and prep.
Exactly.
Prepare. So I was just like, nah. So I went into work thinking, I'm going to ask my doctor if I can get off a week before that on the 10th. But he was like, you can go now. And I'm like, okay, let's do next Friday. Let's do next Friday the 3rd. So yeah, I'm gonna be on maternity leave, and that gives me time to like kind of get small things done each day. You know, like just even like this weekend, like we did a lot this weekend.
Hell yeah, we did a lot.
You know, like
it was a busy weekend.
It was a busy weekend for sure because that's the only time we have. You know, so Saturday went to my grandma's. We hadn't been there. Well, I had went the weekend before because I took her to her MRI. But yeah, like we did that, and then we had the TV put up. In the dining room, we had Jack came over and did that, and then the ceiling fan. We moved everything from the dining. We just did a bunch of
like that whole kitchen area is just like super rearranged. So what had happened is that we had went to Carrie and Ari's.
Yeah, we went to their new place.
And Carrie's. We went to their new place. We had talked about it.
Yeah.
On the pod, and the sickest thing they had was a TV in their dining room. Like, and now I'm not talking like a iPad TV,
No,
like a
they have a
monitor.
75
They had
inch.
a 75-inch
Yeah.
TV on the wall, like,
Yeah, you
yo,
walk in and
right
it's like
here.
right there.
And it was dope. Like, it was such like a good vibe.
Yeah.
Like, we sat down, we had dinner, and the whole time the game was playing, and we were just like watching it,
Yeah.
talking, and it was just going. And then after the game, they were playing music for the kids and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So ever since then, I kept looking at both of the walls
In our dining
in our
area.
dining area because
Yeah.
we do have skateboards up. But I was like, man, like this would be sick to throw a TV up,
Yeah.
like
Well, we
just to have
just,
it like them.
and then we started talking about it and we're like, we spend so much time in here. Like,
Oh yeah,
we spend, like, if we're not in the living room, like, we're in the dining room. Like, Jazzy hangs out in her room, but,
yeah,
like, we,
on this
before
couch.
we had Janelle, we used to hang out in our room all the time, like, in our
All the time,
apartment.
yeah,
We didn't really hang out in our living room until we had the baby, or until you started working nights, really.
yeah, that's true.
And so now we're like, I'm either cleaning the kitchen or
We're
making
in the kitchen,
something,
yeah.
or the baby's eating,
Hmm.
or she's watching, something on the Alexa. So,
I'm washing dishes.
yeah.
I'm in the restroom smoking.
We
Like,
just, we spend a lot of time outside of the house too. So we were like, fuck it, let's put the
it's
TV
time to
up.
rearrange. And it was funny because I was talking about it. I was like, Al, get your measuring tape. And she like pulls out her measuring tape from her fucking little belt that she has that she carries around the house. Little tool
Whatever.
belt.
I know where all the tools are. I know where
For
all the
us,
trinkets are. I know where everything
where
is.
everything does. So then I was like, yo, let's measure, like
How big it'll be.
how big of a TV we could put up.
Yeah.
And she's like, let's try this one. And we measured it. And I was like, yeah, look, all right, cool. I can fuck with that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, let's buy this one. I found one, $100, whoop de whoop de whoop. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, that was fast. All right, cool. It came like 2 days later.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. All right, shout out to Amazon.
Target.
Target, damn, that was
Yeah.
a Target
It was a
purchase.
Target buy.
And then yeah, Jack came through. And then not only did you buy a TV, but you bought
The ceiling
a
fan.
new ceiling
Well, yeah,
fan.
because I'm like, if I'm gonna ask Jack to do one thing, I'm gonna have him do them
Might as
both.
well knock it
Yeah, and
out.
knock it out. And we've been saying we wanted a ceiling fan in the dining room since we moved in.
Yeah.
We just haven't done it. So
And sure enough,
I bought the ceiling fan from Home Depot.
I'm like, you jumped on Home Depot real quick.
I
Pop,
did.
pop, pop, pop.
Well, I
Ow.
looked on Amazon and I was like, I'm gonna check out Lowe's and Home Depot just to be safe, because like I know I'm sure I'll find something cheaper. And sure enough, it did. So put that order in.
No, it was
Ordered
cool.
the mount and was like, hit up Jack. I was like,
He-
can you
That's
come
funny.
through and hook it up? And
Not only that though, but I was even talking about like how we needed a new propane tank for the griddle.
yeah,
And I was like, yo, this week I'm gonna get that. That's on my list. And then you ended up going.
yeah, because I had to go
'Cause-
pick up the Home Depot order, and then I wanted to like go do a little like house shopping. Like,
yeah.
I knew he was either gonna go to Nordstrom Rack because I have like 5 Nordstrom gift
Gift
cards
cards.
that I need to get rid of. But then on my way to Nordstrom Rack, I'm like, oh, there's a Marshalls. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to this Marshalls because I always go to a different one. So I went to Marshalls instead, and I'm like shopping, and I'm like, I don't really have a lot of room in the BMW because I have the propane tank in there, and my trunk is full of the baby stroller, and
There's just a bunch of stuff
just a
in there
bunch
that
of
you
shit
had.
in the
Yeah.
car. So I like bought what I needed, but still.
It's crazy because now, like, when I first got the BMW, I remember driving home and I'm like, damn, this shit is roomy as fuck. Like, I was
Not with
whipping in
fucking
that
2
thing.
kids and a stroller and a
And
car
as
seat.
soon as we put that car seat, I was like,
Yeah. And then the baby's so freaking long. She like has her legs are so
Yeah.
long. She's like,
nah, but yeah, that's funny. But yeah, so yeah, we did that. I cleaned out the griddle.
Yeah, you
cleaned it
made food the other
out.
night.
We made chopped
You did
cheese.
make chopped cheese.
Watching the Laker game out there. Had the TV on in here. Had the this all wide open. So it was cool. It was, man, it was a real fun Saturday. Like Saturday, regardless if it was busy, like at
Yeah.
the end, like it was funny because at the end, like we all like just kind of all you guys were all like all in the kitchen. I was outside. You guys ate. I ate out there, or did I? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
you ate
Yeah,
out
I
there.
ate out there. Came in and everyone was just kind of like chill, like
Yeah, we
kind
were
of
just
like
chilling.
relaxed after everyone ate, and yeah, that shit was dope. That shit was a
Yeah, it was
cool.
good vibes. It was
Yeah,
nice to be home. It was nice to get things done, but also be home.
be home. Yeah,
Yeah.
we cleaned all that
He
little
said it's
section in
easier to
there.
clean when I'm not around.
Yeah, as soon as she bounced, I was like, well, the baby woke up, so I didn't really get to do much until I heard you pull up, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna start cleaning again.
It's like when your mom pulls up from work and you're supposed to
Oh
take
my
the meat out
god.
or something.
It's crazy because how they show that like in commercials and they show that in TV shows. Like that's so fucking real.
It's
It's
the
like,
thing, for sure.
hey, wake up. When I get home, dishes better be done, better be vacuumed, better put all your clothes away. Yeah, mom, yeah.
Day in the life of Jocelyn.
The whole time playing video games, bullshitting on the phone, all
It's like,
that.
oh shit,
And then
mom's gonna
you
be home in
hear
30
the
minutes.
fucking garage door. You're like, oh shit, I'm gone. Gotta get this shit going. Yeah, it was never a good thing for me.
I told you.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Um,
So yeah, I always tell Jazzy like, I need you to do this, this, and this while I'm gone. Because if not, like, you're not getting that girl to do anything.
at all.
So
That's true.
she's like, I give her like a list. Now I need to have her start like writing it down on her whiteboard.
For real. For
She
real.
be forgetting.
And then we even put Jazzy, we put a desk in there for her. We put a whole new
TV stand.
TV stand for her. Like we did a lot. We moved all the bookshelves out of there, or the little cubbies.
What'd you do with those?
They're on the side of the house.
Oh, they're on that side.
Yeah, I put them on the side.
They're gonna be all warped from being in the rain now. I'm gonna say we just put them out with the trash.
Yeah, and see, these are the conversations that we really do have sitting here or
I mean, those
sitting
are like
in
married life
the kitchen.
conversations.
It's so true. That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. Sunday came, and I actually went to go see my dad. My dad was out in the OC
Crazy that your dad was like right. We were at my grandma's on Saturday,
Saturday because we did go to your grandma's on Saturday.
and
Yeah.
we had breakfast with my
Yep.
grandparents, and his dad was literally a block away,
Literally.
and we didn't know. Like we would just brought him here with us, and he could have just
Yeah, he
stayed
could
here
have
for the
chilled
night.
the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, been cool, smooth with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my dad calls me. He's like, "Yo, I'm in town. I'm here. Like, I want you guys to. If I can't make it over there, I want you guys to come over here." So I was like, "Well, all right. Well, hadn't seen my dad in a while. I've only spoke to him on the phone for,
Yeah, we
handful of
haven't
times.
seen him in person since right after Janelle was born. It's
Yeah,
been a whole year.
yeah. When he came to the apartment,
Yeah.
when he came to the apartment, chilled
Uh-huh.
for a little bit, but yeah. So he was in town and went to go see him. Me and my sister went out there. My sister, uh, my nephew, my niece,
Oh, I
her
didn't know the kids
husband.
were there too.
Yeah, they all went, the four of them, and then I showed up. We were just hanging out with them, talking, and then I was like, "Dad, what are you gonna do today?" And he's like, "Nothing. I got nothing to do. Like, I've already helped out, cleaned up around here." I was like, "Well, let's go to the house.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
come
gonna
with me to
do?
my
Like, yeah,
house.
like you're not leaving till tomorrow." So he was like, "All right, cool. Yeah, like, get his stuff ready." So I brought him over here, and it was crazy because like he hasn't seen Janelle since she was like a newborn,
Yeah, she was
like
baby.
days old or maybe a week or two
Yeah.
old or something like that. And he saw her like run out, and he was like, "What? Like, yo, she's
Yeah.
walking. She got hair. She's
Yeah.
talking, like all that."
Hey,
So
hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey.
for real. She's like timid around him, like how she is
It's like
with.
a new face.
It's funny because she's like that with men.
Yeah, she's like hesitant.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
my grandpa, she barely let him like hold her for the first time this weekend.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's always like,
Yeah.
Who is this old man with white hair trying to
Always.
like be in my face?"
Yeah.
But you know what he was doing? He was like hugging on Jazzy, and Jazzy was hugging on him, like,
So she was
and
like,
she was like, "Oh, all right," you
I
know.
see you.
And my poor grandpa, he's all in his feelings. He's like, "I don't know why
What
she
did I do to
doesn't like
her?
me.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing to her." And I'm like, "It's not you. It's just, she's not a familiar face.
Yeah.
Like, you're like an old man. Like, she's not used to
Yeah, she's not
seeing,
used to
like,
seeing like all that white hair.
yeah."
That just messed
It's
her.
just different, like.
It is.
So she's with us. Like we don't go and like take her out
Yeah.
like around a lot. Like we go to the mall and she's like,
Yeah.
"What's with all the people?"
Tripping out on everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's totally a new
Yeah.
experience.
I just trip out like yeah, him just being here and like us just hanging out was kind of crazy. And then I started showing him the old
Oh yeah, the pictures your
pictures.
mom brought, and then he like pointed out your grandpa.
Yo, he pointed at my grandpa. I'd never seen my
You didn't know
grandpa.
that was your grandpa in that
I
picture.
never even knew. I thought those were just his homies and
Yeah,
his
you had no
G's,
idea.
but I had never seen my grandpa. And I've only heard like two stories about him. And to see a picture of him, I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah,
he looks like my uncle. He literally looks like
your dad's brother.
twin. Yeah, my tío Emilio. Yeah, he looks exactly like him,
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's
wow. And
crazy.
then I look at my dad. I'm like, yo, you must look like my grandma, because I've never seen the picture of his mom. I've never seen them until I saw him today, and I was like, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That was so wild to me. I was tripping out, crazy, crazy.
It's funny that you say your dad must look like his mom. Because, my grandma, her hair, since she had her
Hmm.
surgery, her brain surgery, she doesn't dye her hair anymore. Like, she used to always dye it black.
Oh wow.
But now it's like all her salt and pepper is all grown out.
Yeah.
So it's all like, black and white. And there's a picture of her mom, like behind her recliner.
Oh wow.
And I was like looking at my grandma and I looked over at like her mom's picture
Exactly right.
and I was like, wow, you look more like grandma now. Like I didn't even realize it because
That's
my
so
great grandma was like
crazy.
thin. My
Yeah.
grandma's like lost so much weight from her surgery and just being
Yeah.
sick. So like she's just like so thin. I'm like, oh my god, you look like your mom. I kept on looking at my grandma, looking at the picture.
You're like, what the
I was like,
hell?
wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was cool, like seeing his reactions to the photos and shit. Like
Yeah,
I
he
was
probably
like,
hasn't seen those
yeah,
pictures in
in
years.
decades,
Yeah.
decades.
For
Like,
sure, for sure.
yeah, he probably only seen those pictures like once or twice.
Yeah.
And for like me to be pointing out like his cousins that have passed away, like all his homies, he was like, "Yo, what the hell?"
Blast from the past for
Blast from the
sure.
past, yeah, Throwback Thursday. But it was real cool seeing him, and then your dad
And then
came.
my dad showed up, yeah, because we had
Yeah,
invited him before that we realized the weather was going to be like
shitty.
rainy.
Yeah,
Uh,
they.
well, they had wanted to meet up, yes, on Saturday when we
Uh-huh.
were at my grandma's already because we were in Orange County.
Yeah,
But I told my dad, I'm like, I can only do like one activity a day. Like,
yeah.
once I go to my grandma's, like, I'm spent. And I knew there was stuff I wanted to do here at the house. So we had talked about it. I'm like, I should just invite him to come over and
Might
like
as well.
barbecue.
Yeah. And it was cool. It was cool to have both grandfathers here. Like,
Yeah.
yo, what the hell,
It
bro?
was really
Like,
crazy.
and it's crazy too because I look at Janelle and I'm like, when you get older, like it's like you
The
might not, yeah,
generations.
you might not remember this, but it's like we're always gonna like tell you about it. And it's fucked up because I didn't take
We
pictures,
didn't take no
I didn't take no
pictures. We didn't do
videos, but
nothing.
I feel like those moments are like the moments you cherish the most
Yeah,
because you
because they're
know
not
that.
documented.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not like we're gonna go back and like watch that shit, but it's like we
It
close
was
our
there.
eyes
Yeah,
and
it
we could
happened.
picture that shit. Yeah, and I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was. And my dad and his wife had never been to our. Well, your dad had never been to
Yeah, both of
this
them.
house, so they had never been to this house. They had like your dad had never been over to like chill like that, so it was like it was a whole brand new
Yeah,
experience.
it was cool. Like they were like talking, your dad was talking to him in Spanish and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it was real cool, real intimate, like setting, like very chill. Like it was super chill. We were watching the games and stuff, and like neither of them were our teams, but like we're like kind of just watching. They were
Yeah.
talking about stuff, and like you and what's her name were in
Yeah, me and
there
Chrissy were in
in the
the kitchen.
kitchen
Well,
with
because that's what, and
Janelle.
I ended up having to cook inside. Well, I
Hmm.
told my dad, he called, he was like, it's raining here. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like, you guys can still come over. Like, if anything, I'll just cook on the stove. Like, I'm not
yeah,
worried about it. You know, it's not like I'm feeding 12 people. It's literally just us.
yeah,
So
for sure.
I'll just cook on the stove. So I did that.
No, yeah.
And then Chrissy was in the kitchen with me. And then we brought the baby and she woke up from her nap.
Hmm.
So she was like checking out the new
Yeah, she was like
TV.
just tripping out in there.
And yeah, so Jazzy was in there with us for a while too. So it was nice. It was a good little Sunday for us to just
Hmm.
like be home. And
Yeah, and shout out to Jack for coming through
oh
and
yeah, Jack always
putting up
pulls
the
through.
ceiling fan and putting up the TV. It shit looks dope in there. It like man, we were in there chilling.
Yeah.
Like we were just in there chilling. We even took the baby in there and just put her back in her seat. Like we were just chilling,
I'm like, the dishes
watching.
aren't gonna like pile,
Yeah,
pile
like,
up. Like,
and it
I'm
felt
like,
it felt super chill. Like had the windows open so the people outside could
I
see we
know
were
our
watching the
neighbors are all
game.
driving by watching
Yeah,
us watch the game. It's funny.
yeah. So it was dope. It was real. It was real cool. That little area, the dining area, is starting to be real legit. So it's cool. It's coming
Yeah, I might
together
have
for
to
sure.
get new high chairs for the babies because those IKEA high chairs are big and
Yeah,
bulky and in the way.
yeah. And then Al, of course, you made the purchase
Oh
with
yeah.
with
Excuse
the
me.
man. She's ready to go to sleep, guys. That's it. All right, episode 11, man. Shout out
It's
to
12.
everybody. Oh, episode 12. Shout out to everybody.
It's past my bedtime. Look at you. Got me up here
She
all
wanted to
late.
watch The Last of Us.
I did want to watch The
Oh,
Last of Us.
bro. Okay, we'll get into that. But anyways, yeah, she picked up the new little things back there,
The
looking all
curtains.
chill. So it doesn't look like so one color.
Beige.
Yeah, it's just all
I
beige.
mean, it's nice when it's like bright and summery. Like it's the lighting in here in the day is like nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I like it to be like bright, especially if I'm working and stuff. But I was like, I think I need to get different curtains. I even want to get different ones.
Yeah, little by little, it's all coming together, and it's funny because I was like setting everything up and have everything plugged to the TV, and I was like, dude, this is like a little studio.
But
And
yeah,
what'd you tell me? You're like, oh, it's like a meme that I just saw. And
yeah, I did see a meme, and it was like when your husband turned your half your apartment into a content studio,
bro,
and I was like,
this is what this
this
whole
is
our
like
living room is
my living
literally.
room is a content studio. Like,
And then I tease her now about my restroom because like she hooked up the restroom and she put like a plant in there. It looks nice in there. So like when she hooked it up, I went in there and I sat down and I like looked and there's like a plant, everything. There's like little
shelf,
shelves.
yeah.
I'm just like looking around like today on the real world. Like when they go in the confession booth, I'm like, I
Hmm.
fucking hate that bitch. I hate everyone in this house. I hate fucking Tommy. I hate fucking Gene. I hate all of them. Like I feel like I'm about to like just start confessing to the camera now. It's fucking funny, but yeah, it's cool in there. I love it. It's just,
Yeah, as I showed Jack, I was like, you, because he was looking at the back door, and I was like, oh, look, you want to see Joe's little smoking restroom?
wouldn't
And
say.
he was like, it looks good. He was all looking at it. He was like, it looks good. He was like, I like how you guys decorate in here. And I was like,
It's
oh,
tight.
it's just like a mishmash of stuff right now. But
Yeah,
yeah, like my husband's just like a collector of things, like
yeah. And we haven't even put everything up.
we have like,
We're like, I want to say like 45%,
I
like
mean, yeah,
with
I
the
know
stuff that's
we
in
have a
here.
lot of stuff, but now it's like we have more stuff piled on. I'm like look around at our shelves. I'm like we have stuff piled on top of the stuff,
Hmm.
and then we haven't printed pictures in a couple of
Yeah,
years.
and we're gonna start. We're gonna,
We have like
yeah,
all of our wedding stuff that we haven't put up.
yeah, we're for sure gonna get all that going.
So there's like, there's only so
Work to
much I
be
can
done
do.
still. Yeah,
There's
no,
only
for
so much
sure.
I can do. I gotta like, I want to work on that garage so that I can kind of prioritize it. because once I like organize the garage, I can like organize my mind
Yeah.
because then I know what I have.
Well, luckily, your last day is this Thursday, and we'll get to knocking that out this weekend. Facts.
I
And with
think
that
that's
note,
the plan.
so yeah. um, that damn garage, man. That damn garage is. Every time I open up the garage, I shit you not, yeah, I feel like everything's starting to come forward.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that needs to go out. There's a lot of stuff that needs to um, just be reorganized because and like condensed. Probably need to have your mom come over this week or next week.
Yeah.
Actually, after I'm off of work, we can go on another Costco date or Home
Yeah.
Depot and get some crates.
That sounds fun.
Get some crates.
That sounds fun.
And then that way we can have like a stackable system. Because right now everything's just piled on the floor.
Yeah, everything's like
So-
stacked up on each other. Next, like, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So if we like organize, I think if we get like 10 or 15, 10 of those bins,
Oh shit.
10
All
more
right, yeah.
bins, and then that way we can have 2 stacks of 5 each.
Mhm.
Remember I told you on the little
Yeah.
rollers? And then that's going to condense so much space.
Yeah, it's gonna look
And then we'll be
way
able to-
different in there.
And you can sell those wheels.
Yeah, and it's all those wheels and
We,
tires.
I mean, we got plans. There's things we got to do.
Yeah, little by little. I mean, we've been here. It's coming up to a year, right?
Yeah.
We've been at this house, and we've kind of just got adjusted little by little for the simple fact that we have a baby, getting them situated first, making
Yeah,
sure
growing into the
Jazzy's right,
space.
making sure Janelle's room's right.
Mhm.
You
Making
know,
sure she's sleeping in her room.
yeah,
Just figuring it out.
just getting in order. Like it's different from the apartment now because in the apartment it was just the three of us,
Yeah.
me, you, Jazz, and then Nike, and it was like it was just. I mean, we've been like that for so many years.
Yeah, exactly.
And so bringing in baby, it was like, okay, now we got
And now
to get
she's getting into
readjusted.
this, and now
Yeah,
we got to get locks for this, and we got to get a gate, and we got to, that's it.
yeah. So that's one of the main reasons why we don't have a lot of things out. We don't have, all of our.
That's why everything's accumulated in the garage.
Yeah, because people know too when they came to the apartment. Like, even Giselle said it. She was like, "Yo, it's like a fucking art museum in here."
Yeah,
Like
because we
you
always
guys
had
got
stuff on
like
the
everything's
walls.
framed. You guys got sick ass posters. There's all these little fucking
Trinkets,
monitos.
yeah.
Yeah, all these toys. Like, and it's true. That's just us, man. That's just we're
Well, yeah,
forever
and
like
now
that.
it's just like figuring out like the furniture that's gonna allow for those things to displayed without
Yeah.
them being like mishandled by like little terrorists. So yeah, it's just
Little terrors.
it's just figuring it out and readjusting
We're getting there.
how we display our collection of things because that's one thing my husband's gonna have is
A collection of things.
things.
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
I'm like, there's always something.
That's always something. Yeah.
like, and like I catch myself doing it too because I have my Valkyrie pieces and like
Yeah,
just like little
it's just
stuff.
because and it's things
They're
where
art
like
pieces.
not only art pieces, but it's home decor.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because at the end of the day, I think of it like all the stuff that we have, like all our little collectibles and stuff. For us, that's like our parents was like the white carpet or the white couches.
Or like all those little Mexican grandmas have like little like trinkets.
Yeah.
Like my grandma has little trinkets everywhere. Like I go in her hallway and I'm like, none of this stuff matches, but like it's
But it's
all
just
her
there,
little
yeah.
stuff,
Yeah, so
So
for sure, it's for sure us. And it's funny that we're talking about that because this past week, Jazzy gets off school early, one day out of the week, and it just happened to be that day.
oh, it was an early day
It
for
was an
her.
early day.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, so it was like Wednesday, and she got out early, and I was on my phone. Of course, I'm always on my phone. I'm always posting clips and stuff like that. And so I'm on my phone, and this guy Blasey that I follow, of course, he's from No Jumper. But besides him being on No Jumper, he's
He's a designer.
designer.
Yeah.
And some Mexican kid from Paramount.
Yeah.
I always try. I love that. I love that
From Southeast LA.
from Southeast LA.
Yeah.
Funny ass guy. He reminds me a lot of me and my boy Ari. Like just the things he says, the way he moves, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that shit's cool. So I've always I've been a fan of his. And um, he was doing a stash. What is it?
Stash and grab
A stash and grab. I was
for
gonna say
his new
stash and
his
dash for
yeah.
like his newest drop. But what's funny is that last year he did one, and they came to Pomona. They were in front of the theater.
The Fox Theater.
Yeah, I don't. I want. What was it? It was the Chapo. He
Oh,
made
the
the
little
Chapo
monito.
plushie.
Yeah.
He made the Chapo plushie, and they did a stash and grab, and they pulled up to Pomona. It was like one of the most voted cities that that he put up on a poll. And that night, I remember I was like, yo, I was getting ready to go to work, and I got ready, and I saw that he posted, and I bounced. Boom! As soon as I pulled up, I could see the dude like pull up, get out the car, and grab it, and I was
Oh, you
like,
saw it.
damn, could have had a Chapo plushie right now.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, he's on his he's dropping, he's coming out with a new drop, and I'm on my phone. He's like, yo, we're about to do a stash and grab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put on your notifications. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna turn on my notifications for this one.
Yeah.
Because I saw that one of the cities that they're gonna do was Pomona.
Uh-huh.
Fuck it. So anyways, I usually go pick up Jazzy like in my fucking
PJs.
in my
'Cause you don't
PJs,
get out.
t-shirt. I don't get out, I just pull up Crocs and everything,
Yeah.
And
Dad mode.
yeah, so that day I turned on my notifications, and they were like, yo, we're pulling up to San Bernardino, Pomona. And I was like, fuck, all right. I'm just going to put pants on. Like, I'm going to put some pants on.
I'm going to go put some decent clothes on.
Yeah, I'm going to put some pants on. And then as I put my pants on, I look at my shirt, and I'm like, damn, I have a stain on my shirt. Fuck, I'm going to put on this flannel. It's, it's nice and chill outside. So I put this flannel on, right?
Low, like, minimum.
Bruh, super
low budget.
Super low key, right? And so and I bounce, and I take off.
You left a little early,
I
too.
did leave a little early. Not really thinking of that in a way, like, yeah, because I did like get dressed, real quick, but then I was like, it is what it is,
Yeah.
If she's getting out, I'm not gonna go
and leave her there
and
waiting.
leave her waiting.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So I pull up to Jazzy's school, and I pull up right in the front, and I'm early. I'm like, oh shit, I got here pretty early.
Yeah.
Whatever. I pick up my phone, and as I pick up my phone, the notification goes off. It's like Blasey posted, and I click on the notification, takes me straight to the story, and it was like the box, and then it pans out, and it's Chase Bank, and I'm like, bruh,
I'm around the corner.
That shit's right here. I turn the car on, I bust the bitch, I make a right on the first street, and literally it's past the stop sign. I even took the stop sign. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it. I slowed down because there's like a dip.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I pull up to the Chase parking lot, and I see all these dudes, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, all these dudes
someone
got it.
grabbed it
Yeah.
already. I still pulled up, and I saw that one of them looked like one of their designers. So I jumped out the car, and sure enough, I look, and I'm like, oh, it's right there, yo. The box is right there. And I'm like walking, I'm like looking to see like if anyone's gonna run up.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at these foods, and I'm looking, like you can see in the video, I'm kind of like,
You're like looking around.
yeah, like I'm like, all right, bet. And I walk up, and the dude's like, you better grab it before someone pops up. And I'm like, whoop, picked it up, said thanks, and I went in the car, and I fucking went to go get Jazz. And she got in the car, and I was telling her about it, and I showed her the box. She's like, oh, cool. Like, didn't really think nothing of it. And I was like, yo, I'm going to take you to Wiener Schnitzel's. We're going to celebrate. Take her to Wiener Schnitzel. She's never had Wiener Schnitzels. She probably had. That's what she said.
I don't. Yeah, I doubt it.
So take her. We come back, and I didn't text Al
No,
that I got it.
he texted me, I love you.
I did text her, I love you.
I was like, I love you too.
Because we had just done our taxes, and I'm thinking I'm thinking of a certain number, and it was like
Oh
that
yeah.
wasn't the number, and I'm
And
like,
if you got
fuck.
kids and you're married, like you ain't getting shit this year.
And I was like, fuck, man. So whatever. And then this shit happens, and I'm like, crazy how like
Yeah.
something always is gonna like top whatever
We
went
always figure
bad.
it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I text her I love you when that shit happened, and we come home, and she's like over there with the baby changing her, and we show her the video, and she's like, what?
Yeah. I was like, "What? You got it?"
And I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, that's just wild.
Fuck it.
It's a replica.
It's $1
It's a
million.
piggy bank, but it's a million. It's a stack of $1 million. Each piece of it is what 250,000.
So crazy. Look at the slide and everything. It's like so uneven.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
looks
know.
like a stack of money for sure.
This thing's the oh, you gotta see the front.
Yeah, the top.
Yeah, this shit's crazy, yo. This shit was dope. So I don't know. That was a fucking huge dub, man. It was a
Yeah.
big dub on the dub on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nah, it was cool. Fucking yeah, I don't know. I was like, oh shit, I won. Like I really won this thing.
Yeah.
Came
I like
home.
that this is big enough to put bills in.
Yeah, he said that he made it to where you could put bills in it.
Yeah.
Very dope. At the bottom, you could open it from the bottom.
Yeah, it's not like glass.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have to
It's
break
like
it.
plaster or something.
It's not glass. It's just so it's like vinyl or something.
I don't know what it is. It was made in China though. But yeah, this is really dope. I was like super hyped that we got this. I was like, oh man, this is gonna look so sick. And I was even telling her before. I was like, yo, I want to buy one because I want to be able to get it for the kids. Start putting money in there and stuff like that. It's a piggy bank, We all
Yeah,
had it.
we all had
We all
piggy
had some
banks.
sort of a piggy bank growing up, right?
Yeah.
And dude, we got blessed, man. Shout out to Blasey. Shout out to Nothing Personal, man.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
fuck with y'all, man. Thank you for giving us a sick ass home decor piece. That dog, this shit.
It's like a
And
baby shower gift.
yeah, that's true, man. Thanks for the baby shower gift for sure, man. This is so sick. But yeah, that was a very interesting week with that dub. Super hyped,
Yeah,
that we
it
got
was
something like
nice.
that. And those are the things that we have,
Yeah.
because if I didn't win this, I would have bought it.
Yeah, for sure.
And he made 500 of them.
Yeah.
So he was saying he made 500 of those, but he only put up 450
Yeah, he
on his
kept
website.
50 of his own for
And
his own inventory.
They sold out within, I want to say, like 30 minutes or something like that. So very dope. I put some people on. I know my homie J-Mel, he bought 2 of them.
Did he?
Yeah, he bought 2.
That's cool.
He was like, yo, so this is real money, right?
No fool.
And I'm reading his text. I'm like, Doc, I know he's fucking with me. He's like, nah, for reals, Cap. Like, this is a come up. Like, if this is $1 million, bro, this
For
is a come up. For 160 bucks, this is a come
Oh, shut up, fool.
fucking J-Mel,
You
man.
a
Shout out
fool.
to J-Mel. But yeah, that shit was really dope. That shit was really dope.
Yeah.
That
it
we
was
won
cool.
that. I was like super hyped on that shit.
I was so surprised. I was like,
You.
I came out from fucking changing the baby. Like, did you tell mom or did you do something? Him and Jazzy are always fucking with me when they
Yeah,
walk in
we're
the
always
door.
messing with her.
Like they'll be saying something. They
Oh,
be
yeah.
fighting when they walk in the door.
But just
He
messing
be-
around though.
Yeah, no. He'd be like saying like, "Ooh, did you tell her yet? I'm gonna tell her." And I'm like, Jazzy's a good student, but still, they like to mess with me. I'm like, what happened? Or Jazzy, they'll come home from the store. Jazzy's like, I had to fight somebody for this. Like,
Oh
who
shit,
are you?
man.
Your mother's daughter? My God.
Even on Friday when I picked her up, and I got you guys Starbucks.
Yeah.
And we came home, and she was telling me about this play that she's gonna like audition for, and I was like, like asking her like what spot, like what
Like
role
Yeah.
she was gonna play, what character, and she's telling me, and then we get home and she pulls out
The script.
the script, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, it's my
She
time
wanted
to
to
shine,
go.
baby.
She wanted to go over lines with you.
Hell no, it's my time to shine. I was meant to be. I should have been an actor. Damn it, mom. You want to put me in basketball?
That was all you.
Nah, just kidding. Nah, but it was funny. We were like reading the lines back and forth. I
Mm-hmm.
was so dramatic. I was being all dramatic, like
Typical Joe
pretending to like
fashion.
be doing everything that it said. And she's just like, okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
she's like, Sam, I she starts reading it, but it's cool, man. That I the school that she goes to, it's so dope. Like I love when she comes home and she's like telling us about like math, not math, but like she'll be
Her
telling us
classes and stuff.
about yeah, about her other classes, but it's like when she talks about like the theater stuff and she talks about drawing and shit like that, like to me that's
Yeah,
so
her art
sick.
stuff.
That's
She
so
gets all
sick
hyped on her art.
because us as kids growing up, yeah, we had art class, but it was like paper mache, a
Yeah, it was
fucking
like bare
tennis
minimum.
ball,
No,
fucking.
her art teacher is like a real
That's
artist.
what I'm
Like he does like
saying,
realism.
and
He'll do like full portraits in class and like give them out at the end of class and
that's
stuff.
what I'm saying. Like, it's not like she's just drawing like outside of class
Just
because she's
because,
not able to do it
yeah,
within the class, you know? So to me, that's real dope. That shit's sick. Like,
yeah, she
they don't
enjoys it.
have PE, so that makes up for that shit, you
Well,
know?
she says like her theater class is like PE.
Like they make them do like
They they
drills and stuff
they
like
do
that.
like activities or they're like super involved. They have to like run around and they have to like
That's
she was like, I have to wear like comfortable clothes like on my theater days because
dope.
I can't be like crawling on the floor like and
It's true.
doing certain things.
No, it's so true.
Excuse me. So yeah, she really enjoys it. She likes her school. She likes her teachers, and it's like it's in a cool little area too.
Hell yeah.
Like
It's all like super artsy right there.
yeah,
Super artsy.
she's been it's been a different experience compared to like her coming from private school or
Hmm.
her coming from like Alhambra.
Hmm.
Like
Which those schools are like
they're
predominantly Asian.
yeah, they're
All
mostly
Asian
Asian and
kids.
like Hispanic, but like she there's just so many different kinds of kids at her school and she's she's like talking about how she's like seen fights and
Oh
like
yeah.
kids be talking smack to each other.
Yeah.
They be like cursing or like,
The
she just
craziest
it's a whole different like experience.
the craziest story when she was like, there's this Mexican kid and like he was arguing with this black kid and the Mexican kid was like, "Well, I have the pass to say the N word."
Yeah, I have the N word pass. And everybody
Yo,
was like, what? Yeah, she was just like, they like say like and then
yo, my
she
goodness.
I mean she is in middle school, so like, they like seventh graders tell some like
Yeah,
pretty
outlandish fucking
outlandish
shit.
jokes and say like some pretty inappropriate things.
Yep.
So I can only imagine the types of stuff that she hears like kids saying all day long. But even like she'll pop off and she'll say something like I forget what you what you're talking about. She's like, that's what she said. I'm
Oh my!
like,
Oh,
oh,
when
you're opening that
I
can.
was recording content, and I was like opening this can because I was gonna drink this THC drink, and we had just got back from Sonic's,
Yeah.
and I was about to put this drink in like a slushy because I just didn't want to drink it, just straight up like that. So as I'm opening the can, it like and like it busts.
It's sprayed.
Pause.
It's
Oh, you thank you,
sprayed.
spray. But even that pause sprays on my face, and as that happens, I'm like, oh man, it sprayed my face, and
She doesn't know you said it busted
oh,
in my
I did say
face.
it busted in my face, and Jesse's like, ah, that's what she said.
And we were like,
Oh my
Jen.
god, dude. But it's funny to me because
Those are 12-year-old jokes.
I remember being that age
Yeah.
and like just saying little things like that to be funny because
But
it's
not
like
knowing
not
fully 100% like what it context and meaning.
yeah,
Like you just hear other kids saying it. Like,
yeah,
so yeah, no, I get it. That's why even when she was talking about how that kid airdropped the picture
of his poop to
to everybody,
everybody.
like
And I was like, yo, did you accept it? She goes, well, yeah, because it doesn't show you like a preview of it. And I was like, you kept it too, huh? She's like, no, I deleted it real quick. And I was
And
like,
then I deleted it from my deleted folder. And then she was like, she, oh my honey. She
oh
was
my
like,
god,
she was like, I opened it up and I was like, what the fuck?
oh my.
And like the way she said
But the way she says it, you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my god, yes.
she said it like, so like that would be her reaction, you know? Like,
Oh
so she was
shit,
just like, I
bro.
was like, what the fuck?
Yo, fucking
And like, we don't get on her for like
for
cursing, you know?
cussing
Like,
now.
if she uses it like
She uses it,
in
yeah.
an not an appropriate way, but she uses it in context and
Or it
she's not
makes
being like
sense.
vulgar, you know?
Yeah.
Like, remember when she told you to bust the bitch?
Oh yeah. I was like, yeah, what?
She didn't know that it was called a U-turn.
U-turn.
Bad parenting. Oh my god.
Bad parenting. Oh my god. She did not know it was called the U-turn, yo. So she said, flip a bitch. Yo. I re- oh my god. Because I remember when we were in the car and I was like, I'm gonna flip a bitch. And I remember like I did it and I looked at her and she looked at me and then we just kept it going. So for her to
Oh my gosh.
oh my god,
So
that-
yeah, we're just like, okay, let her
holy
say.
shit,
But she's
bro.
like, 'cause we know that her friends curse. We know that we hear her on
Yeah,
the
we hear her
phone.
on the phone, yeah. But even then, like being that age and like you're hanging out with all these kids, like
You're
bro,
gonna
you're
you're
say
gonna
it.
say what you can get away with, yeah, for sure.
And I told her, I was like, you be cussing at school? She's like, yeah. I'm like, damn, what do you say? She like looks at me all like, I don't want to repeat
She's
it.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. It's just like, when it happens, it happens.
Yeah. And
She's
then
articulate though. She knows how to use like other words.
yeah, like
so
when
that
she busted her knee and she texted her friends. What did she text her friends?
I'm alive, bitches. Or I survived, bitches.
I survived, bitches. Some
Yeah.
shit like that, bro.
Her group chat.
When she told me that, I was dying. It's just funny. From that first moment, we told her to say a cuss word, so now it's kind of like she does it in the same way,
Yeah,
like
for
just
sure.
all like timid about it, like
She
all
uses it for
shy.
extra emphasis, but like
Oh
she's
my
still
god,
like timid about
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Cause shit, I was not able to cuss in front of my mom for anything. My mom thought the word stupid was a cuss word. Like I remember telling, I remember like she said something. I was like, that's stupid, and she said, "Yo, no te hablas así." Fuck, and I'm like, "But that's not. It's not bad. Stupid. It's not bad. It's just like saying dumb. ¿Tú no me amas eso? I'm like, bruh.
Like,
You can't win. Here comes the fucking brown extension cord. It's funny because I posted that meme
uh-huh.
where it was that kid. He's like facing the corner, and it was a Mexican mom chasing the kid with the belt, and it said like you could tell the difference from how you grew up from how I grew up, and I made my own caption. I was like, those brown extension cords hit different.
Bro.
And I had so many people hitting me up. They're like, bro, you don't even know.
For sure.
And then I was talking to this girl Belinda that I've been following for years on Instagram. She lives in San Diego, and we were like going back and forth about it. And I was like, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure our parents had it the worst.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
they
I
had
don't know.
they have had it that bad to where it trickled down to them for them to be like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, boy. You better fucking straighten up.
Yeah, no, for sure. And usually there was a bunch of them.
A bunch of them.
You know what I mean? Like your mom had four. Like
Yeah.
my mom had two. Like my grandma had six.
Yeah.
Your grandma had 11. Like, you know what I mean? So like that jump, like
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
I barely have patience for my two kids that I have now. Like, how do you like add three more or four more, and they're back to back to
And they're
back?
back to back to. Damn.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
moms were tired and angry and sore and sleep deprived and like
All that.
unmedicated.
Yeah, for real.
And like, like I just think about that all the time. I'm like, I don't have the mental capacity for like anymore.
Yeah.
Like I know it needs to be done, but it's like I couldn't imagine having to worry about fucking five kids, six kids. Like
That's yeah.
like
Even though like I don't know if it's something right to say, but like times were a lot slower back then,
yeah,
a
for
lot
sure.
simpler. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, but regardless, like yeah, that it's still a lot. Five
Like
screaming kids crying.
even having to like think about feeding that many kids.
Damn,
Like I have to make a meal that's gonna feed
all
eight
these
people
little
right
guys.
now.
Yeah,
Like what the fuck? What does that look like? It looks like a bag of potatoes and a can of spam at my grandma's house.
and that's I remember you telling me that about your grandma about the spam and potatoes
Hmm.
that she had
Yeah,
to
like
feed all these
spam and
kids.
potatoes is like papas and spam is like a staple at my
Mm-hmm.
grandparents' house.
Yeah,
Like
for real.
if you grew up in that house, like that's what you're having for breakfast on a Sunday morning. You're having
Papas and
papas and
spam.
spam, a couple of eggs, and some beans.
I remember when he made shit on shingles,
Oh yeah,
and
SOS.
I'm like eating it. And I'm like, bro, these are fire biscuits and gravy, but I kept hearing them say shit on shingles,
Shit on shingles.
and I'm like, what is that? And then you like broke it down to me. I'm like, I get
Yeah,
it.
it's just toast instead of biscuits
Biscuits, yeah,
because it's like toast is cheaper than
yeah,
biscuits. But also that was a meal that he learned in the
in the
service.
service, yeah.
Yeah, so he could feed a bunch of servicemen.
And he, I mean, should have worked out
I
for
mean, it
him.
worked out for them. They had all those
That
damn
shit's
kids.
fire too. I remember you trying to make it the way he makes it.
Yeah,
Yours still came out good. This is fire. This is fire though.
yeah. My grandpa's a cook in the family.
In the familia.
My grandma will cook, but she's like the baker.
Yeah, my dad for sure was the one who held it down in the kitchen.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
My dad cooks in his house,
Yeah.
but his wife is also white, so he's always complaining about her food. And they both agreed like, okay, we're just not gonna make this fight anymore, and like my dad's gonna do the cooking. You
Yeah.
know, so
That's funny.
you're starting to cook a lot more.
Yeah. Yes, it's harder. I know it's harder for you, and it's
It's
it's harder.
like
I could see it in you when you're sitting in that chair, and it's like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, maybe I should start something. Maybe I should pull something out. Maybe I'm
yeah,
gonna
let's figure
ask
out
her.
dinner.
Yeah, because if not, it's just gonna be like, all right, where are we gonna go get something to eat? You
Yeah.
know.
It's like,
But
what do you want to do for dinner?
I mean, you make those fucking Costco dates, so it's like we better fucking eat all
We
that
better
food in
fucking
there.
eat all that food we buy. No, yeah, we've been more prep ready,
Yeah,
you know.
it's the baby. It's the baby that's making us like, all right, yo, it's time to like,
Yeah, and like we kind of have a routine now too. It's like you'll cook. You're starting to cook like 3 days a week,
hmm
and I'll cook like 1 day a week
hmm
for dinner, and then we'll buy
we'll eat
something
out.
like
Yeah, we'll have a
Thursday
night.
or Friday.
Yeah,
Cause by Thursday or Friday, it's like
yeah,
kind of spent.
yeah, for sure.
You're like mentally exhausted, and
Yeah,
trying to figure out a meal is like
takes a lot.
it's
It
like
takes a lot
12.
out of you.
Yeah, I told him I'm like from here now until the baby's born, like
Just take care of it.
the
That's what I
less
heard.
amount of decisions that I have to make, the better. Like, if you just tell me like this is what we're doing,
By all means.
go for it. Aye, Captain.
Like they said, happy life, happy
Happy,
wife,
yeah, I guess. Huh?
however that goes. But it's true.
I mean, we're here.
We are here, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, before we end this, I do want to say shout out to everyone that hit us up on the clips.
Oh yeah.
People been leaving comments. It's real,
Interacting.
yeah, it's real dope. I just want to pull those up real quick because literally, like, people are like commenting, and it's real dope to see. My homie Molina Design. He said, "What about those house party days when we were talking about when Justin's dad pulled up?"
Oh my gosh.
Marvin said, "You guys are dope together on these pods." Shout out to Marvin, man. Marvin was one of our first
In San Marino.
guests.
Maria came.
Bro, we've been doing this podcast shit since 2016. Although we did take a crazy break, but bro, this ain't new to us. Shout out to the homie David. He said, "I need this in my life," which was the nothing personal thing. Um, the basketball one with Janelle.
Oh my Janelle.
Yeah, so shout out to homie Cindy. She was listening to our podcast on the way back from Bakersfield. She said, "Good stuff, guys."
Oh nice.
And just everyone kind of, I feel like these clips are like showing people like that we're actually like really talking about something and not just
We're not just
bullshitting. So
I mean, we are just bullshitting.
we are, but still, regardless. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for just tuning in, watching, commenting, just letting us know
Yeah,
that you guys are enjoying this because we love it too. I mean, this
it's fun.
ain't nothing besides like all the work putting everything together. To
I
me,
just
it's
like go and get a snack, and then he like sets
gets
it all
everything.
up, and then like I come back and
It's ready to go.
ready to go.
Yeah, so that's episode 12, and we are 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
We're about 3 weeks out.
So countdown, guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it until the very ending, and then we'll probably take like a weekend or two off. It just really depends on how she's feeling, if she's up for it.
Yeah, I mean, with me being home, like we probably won't have to be. We'll probably get a daytime recording
Yeah.
in.
Oh yeah, we could probably get a daytime recording. That'd be tight.
Oh, baby's
Have this
napping.
open a little bit.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that, and yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Much love. Cap and Now, episode 12, the Cap and Now podcast. You already know what it is. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that goodness.
All the good stuff.
Peace.